Hello and welcome back to City Skylines, Better Cities, and in today's episode we're going to talk about skyscrapers. Recently I had a question about what skyscrapers do I use in my city, and honestly I couldn't remember all of them, so today I'm going to walk you through every single one of them with the names, and I will try to find all the links to the workshop and put them in the description below. So let's get started. We're going to start on this side with this replica of the Hudson Yards complex in New York. All of the buildings are placed exactly, well, not exactly, but in the right sequence. They might not be placed over the railway and the way they actually are, but they're in the right sequence and in the right corners. And this vessel thing is gonna, unfortunately, it's gonna go pretty much soon because people apparently tried to commit a suicide on that place. So yeah, it will have to go. But I will keep it in my city because, well, even if they commit, I don't think they will commit suicide in City Skylines, so we're gonna keep it as it is. Going forward, here we have another building. This one is a Malaysian skyscraper. Well, it's gonna be one of the tallest buildings in the world. It's gonna be completed in the next year. Let's check the name. Quite honestly, yeah, PNB 118, and it is built next to the stadium. The stadium at which Malaysia announced its independence. So I tried to replicate that as well. A nice looking building. We're going to keep it as it is. Another building from Malaysia is the famous Petronas Towers. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a better model, so I ended up with this, which is still not too bad. Not too bad. It's just a little bit darker than the original, and the colors and shapes are a little bit off. And there is no shopping mall at the basement level. But anyway, we're going to keep it as it is. Let's move further here. Here we have one of the buildings, I think from China, must be from Suzhou if I'm not mistaken. And it's called the Gate of the Orient. Weird looking thing, but it's okay. I decided to have it in this town that is basically connected to the city. But anyway, we're going to keep it as it is. It's not going away anytime soon. Let's see what else do we have here. We have kind of another tall building in this area. Where is it? Oh, here it is. These are supposed to be like office connected with basically a mixed use development. Offices connected to commercial, probably some residential. Mixi World Tower B, also from China, and I believe from Shenzhen, if I'm not mistaken. And here we have Veer Hotel Tower. I don't remember where it is actually located. I think it's somewhere in the United States. Now let's take a look at the CBD area, the craziest piece of the city, the skyscraper forests. Yeah, it looks pretty much insane, and that is what I was aiming for. Basically, you would not find this kind of skyline anywhere except probably Asian cities and New York. London doesn't have too many skyscrapers. Other European cities don't have as many of them. Other American cities also don't have skyscrapers placed so close to each other, and so many landmark skyscrapers placed to each other. On this side we have a couple of buildings. This one is from London, I believe. I'm not quite sure. Linhall. Whatever. Anyway, this one is coming from UK. Let's take a look at this one. 200 Green Street. This one is actually, I think it's designed by Foster and Partners. This one never got built. It hasn't got chosen, but it's a nice looking building, so I decided to have it anyway. Moving on here, we have a couple of basically no-name buildings that we're not going to focus on. Let's take a look at the ones that are really famous. IFC from Hong Kong. We have two of these buildings. One is placed here, the other one is somewhere on the other end. Then right here we have the Granite Tower, La Défense. It's a district in Paris. Here we have another IFC. Oh, we have basically the same IFC building but in two sizes. This one is 1:1 and this one is, hold on a second, IFC 1 and IFC 2. Alright, that makes more sense. I used to have another IFC building in a different scale, but I think I removed it. This one also comes from Malaysia, the Exchange 106. Also a interesting looking building, so I decided to keep it. Further here we have a building from Guangzhou International Financial Center. Right next to it we have one Vanderbilt, ugly looking building, but I decided to have it anyway because it's just a massive weird looking skyscraper, so why not. Then we have this Evolution Tower from Moscow. Right next to it we have the Salesforce Tower from San Francisco. In the middle we have the Ping An Tower from Shenzhen, one of the tallest buildings in the world. Design is kind of interesting looking one. It's not a bad looking building, so I decided to have it as well. Then here we have two towers from Los Angeles, one California Plaza and two California Plaza. Right next to it we have KK100, that is also coming from Shenzhen, China. Let's take a look at this one. This one is I think from Hong Kong, Bank of China building in Hong Kong. Looking pretty good. Then here we have Imperia Tower. This one is probably from Russia, must be Moscow. Let's take a look at this one. A really kind of thin and tall tower, 432 Park Avenue, New York. Right next to it, another super thin tower, 111W57, also from New York. And then we have the Hyundai Tower from supposedly Seoul, Korea. Then we have a beautiful looking building that is also coming from Guangzhou. I don't remember the exact name, but I love the design of this building, so I decided to have this one as well. And let's see what do we have up front here. The one that you cannot ignore is Shanghai Tower. Absolutely beautiful looking thing. It might be a little bit weird, it's twisting and the shape changes, but it looks nice in my opinion. Then down here we have Lisa Soho from Beijing. This one is one of the buildings designed by Zaha Hadid architects that are famous for weird looking buildings, to say the least, and I have quite a few of them. Let's get a little bit off topic, so here's one of them. Now over here we have the Galaxy Soho from Beijing, also designed by Zaha Hadid architects, and on the other end here we have a stadium designed by the same firm, Tokyo Olympic Stadium. And I suspect we might have some more buildings, but I don't remember where they're placed. Anyway, I had quite a few buildings designed by Zaha Hadid architects. We're gonna get back to them later on. Up here we have Nordstorm Central Park Tower, so quite a few buildings from New York. Another Chinese building, the CITIC Tower Beijing. A weird looking one, but it's not definitely it doesn't look ugly. It looks pretty interesting, so I decided to have it. And it's one of the tallest buildings, so it kind of matches really well with the Ping An Tower and the Shanghai Tower. So basically, yeah, these buildings mostly coming from the places where you would see this kind of skyline: Asian cities and cities in, well, basically New York, one city. Then here we have the Lotte whatever building from South Korea, Seoul. And right next to it we have one more building from China, CTF Finance Center, probably Canton Financial Tower or something. Anyway, that one is also located in Guangzhou, and it has a mall at the base level. Here we have what is supposed to be a mall. Then we have a couple of interesting looking ones. This one is China Resources building, kind of beautifully designed. It's just a squarey boxy shape, but they added those nice white lines or whatever you want to call it, and it looks pretty nice in my opinion, so I decided to have that. There are two of those buildings, one is located here and the other one is somewhere on the other end. Let's get back up front. So here we have the China Resources headquarters from Shenzhen, also a nice looking, quirky looking building, so I decided to have it as well. Here we have one more building from New York, 157. Right behind it, one of the other Zaha Hadid architects design buildings, 1000 Museum, so I decided to have this one as well. Here we have a tower from Turning Torso, must be from Sweden I suppose, if I'm not mistaken, must be from Sweden. Here's the Aeon Center, whatever that comes from Chicago, or Chicago, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, that one is coming from America. Then here we have the what is that one? Oh, that one, hold on a second. This is a USU financial building, probably coming from south of China again. Let's see what else we have here. This is the Aqua Tower from Chicago as well. Interesting looking one. On this side we have Paramount Tower. I have no idea, unfortunately, where is it located. Kind of a nice looking one. And then we have a lot of building designed, I think, by the same person. There is a whole bunch of them. I think they are originally located in Australia, and they're really nice looking ones. I will try to find the links to them as well. I have plenty of them in my city. You can find them all over the place. The other one is right here. Then there's the other one and one more. Really nice looking ones for a modern city center. And that is pretty much it. On the other end, we doesn't have as many high buildings. We don't have as many skyscrapers. This one is Little Plaza, and I suppose it's coming from China again. This one is a W Hotel from Suzhou. So yeah, that is pretty much it. And we also have this TV tower from Guangzhou, and then we have the original TV tower from City Skylines, the original buildings, the original unique buildings. And oh, here's the other China Resources building, the one with the nice white lines. Sorry for this kind of minimalistic description. And on these, and we had another building that I unfortunately cannot find now. This is what happens when you have too many nice looking unique buildings. So that is pretty much it. That is a my CBD area, all of my skyscrapers explained, and I will post the links in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.